what we're here today to do is celebrate survival, essentially survival of Aboriginal culture. But January 26 means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. But for us, for Aboriginal people, as I said earlier, it is about survival. And many of us are continually to fight to survive in this, the 21st century. And we're fighting on the front line, we're fighting in our services, in delivering our services, we're fighting in our government jobs, we're fighting in our protests, and we're fighting to ensure that we demonstrate that we are today living proof that against the brutal attempt to eradicate, dispossess, colonise and assimilate our people, it has failed miserably.
It's just about creating awareness that there is a different perspective of the history of this country, and in Aboriginal people's case, it is your family history, not just something written in the history book. So it's very personal to us.
I want to make sure that everybody is well aware that we are on the lands of the Wurundjeri people, and I pay my utmost respect to the Wurundjeri of the Kulin Nation, in particular to the elders who have fought hard and the community members who have fought hard to maintain a strong cultural connection to this place.
In respect to my old people, and no doubt there is a number of different cultures represented in the audience today, maybe even different languages that are spoken. To me, language is the basis of your culture. It's how you express everything that your culture's about. And one thing, if you ever were nasty enough to take a culture on or a people on, you will take their language first. That's what happened to us. 1863, the Woiwurrung language at Corranderk, the Tanarong, the Djadjarung, the Watharong, the Bunwurrung, the Nuraylamwarrung, the Kulin Nation languages were not able to be spoken by the people. As part of our healing today, we are in the revitalisation stage of bringing our language back. It's the best way to understand how the old people thought, what was important to them and how they saw this country. I'd like to say, Waminjika, Gavamala Mangil, Balambun Yalambu, Wurundjeri Balak. I'll break it down for you. Waminjika, it's not just welcoming people. Welcoming is too broad in my mind in a cultural sense. Waminjika means you are welcome here for a reason. Whatever reason that may be, family, business, trade, ceremony, spirituality, whatever it might be, you are welcome here for that particular reason. Gavamala Mangil. For the kids out there and adults, try and say that one. It sounds hard, but it's not. Gavamala Mangil. Well, being here in Victoria, Australia, you know, I used to say, "G'day mate, how you going?" Not a lot of people say that these days, but that's what I used to say to greet people. Well, Gavamala Mangil is the traditional way of greeting people. So I'd like to say that to everyone here. Barambun Yalambul is good day. For the local area, the little town of Yellingbo out near Wurruyallup means day. Yellambul, same thing. Yallup means creek, by the way. And Wurundjeri Balak are Wurundjeri people. So what I just said was welcome greetings, welcome for purpose, greetings and good day from the Wurundjeri people. Two names I'm about to mention no one knows about, but the woman authority of the Gunung Balak of the Macedon clan, the Wurundjeri cousins, Tuta Jetty, was the authority figure over the Willamimmoring, which is the home of the axe, Mount William Axe Quarry up near Lancefield. Billabulary being the male authority of the Wurundjeri side. I'd like to acknowledge both of them. Ningalabul, Tuta Jetty's son, was the great songman, one of the oldest men in our community when the Europeans arrived here. In traditional culture, you don't write things down. You remember things through song, story, dance and music. So the songmen were our professors, our universities, our knowledge keepers, and women too. Also, Mooney Mooney, head of the Marambullock clan, where Mooney Ponds is named after. Murrumbina, he was the head of the Bullock Willan clan of Cranbourne. Tullamarina, you might have heard of that airport. Tullamarine, well, it's named after him. Escaped the very first prison the Europeans tried to put us in.
Translucent reflection capture your face. Give me another sun to revolve around. Quiet night noises and the passing cars. And who else could have a night like ours? Who else could have a night like ours? She holds me close like Mother Earth, like I belong and always have.
We have to learn from past mistakes and never do them again. If we continue to treat people lesser than ourselves, we've learnt nothing. It's like that primary school kid who thinks 1 + 1 = 3 and no one ever corrects him, and he grows up thinking that. As an Aboriginal elder, Wurundjeri elder, I want to encourage everyone who's not Aboriginal to understand, learn about the culture you live on, learn about the land that you live on, do your best to help care for it, and connect as best you can to the mobs of your area, because we want to embrace the wider community in our culture, because it's the culture of this land. Other cultures come from boats and things like that, but this culture here didn't come from no boat. It's always been here. We relate our seasons to the lunar cycle. Up to 8 seasons here on country. One of them's the eel season. If anyone's ever organised a party, you need lots of food to keep your guests happy. Eels coming down the rivers in their thousands was the food to keep our guests happy. Up to 8 to 12 weeks people would gather during this time of year, up to 400 in number for ceremony. Imagine the atmosphere. That just reminded me of it. So again, thank you all, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the day. I welcome you to this land unless you respect the land, its people and its law. And if you do, you are very much welcome. But today, as I mentioned, is a difficult day for Aboriginal people, because it does bring back a lot of sadness when we think about our family history. But like I said at the start of the talk, we're not here to divide this country, we're here to unite it through understanding of what happened here.
This generation are helping the next generations to not grow up hollow and not knowing their culture.